Hello and welcome to Dell's Gaming. I'm Dell and this is From the Depths. And it's been a little while since I put a video on, and just a quick reasoning behind that is the Linux build is doing very well as far as the game is concerned, but been having a few problems with the recording and audio software. So it's just taken a little while to get back so I can reliably record. So we're going to give it a go now. Hopefully this comes out okay. And we've got a few battles going ahead and some cleanup to do in various areas. So we're going to start off with this little carrier force going against this resource zone. So we're just going to go in here and see how our aerial forces do against this. It's only a strength 20, so it's just a little warm-up game just to make sure that the video's okay. If it's not really of interest, I will move on to one of the other battles that we have going coming up. So see you in the battle shortly. And welcome back. The little battle with the resource fort here was only a little furnace, so it wasn't really that interesting, but it was a good starting test video. What we're now going to do is just use the turtles on this little force here and just see where we get. So we're going to try the battle cruiser and possibly the heavy cruiser, send it in as the point ship for considering that it tried to destroy our own ships last time, did a very good job at trying to do that. So this time we're going to send it in as the point force this time, see how it likes it when it's, you know, not the biggest force in the area. Let's see how it goes. We'll put a missile destroyer in there as well, just so it isn't too. We'll just see how the heavy destroyer likes it without the support of a battle cruiser. You never know, it might do very well. Okay, so what have we got coming in? Looks like a warden. So usual ships, 2 wardens. And is that a stockade? Or is that 2 ships together? Or parapet, I think, possibly. I get confused with the names on occasion. Info, stalwart. Okay, stalwart. That's not a bad ship. Okay, so our heavy cruiser is feeling the pain. How are you liking that? Are you not going to be tipping over our own ships today, potentially, if we bring him in? Yeah. Okay. Okay, he said he said, oh, and unfortunately we can't. So we just have to bring in the cruiser and some other ships. So basically, you lost your opportunity. If we get a chance, we will bring in the battle cruiser, but we may not on this particular one. Okay, so heavy cruisers putting in some significant dakka. Some nice big shells going in there against the warden, which is always good to see. And we have some nice laser guided missiles on the way in as well. All in all, yes, there we go. Some nice laser guided missiles hitting the vulnerable parts, going straight for the soft parts of the enemy. And our ship has just about eradicated him. He's almost fully taken out now. Look at that, it's cored straight through the centre of the enemy ship, which I think is great. Excellent. Missiles are coming in at a fantastic rate. The P2 Turtle fleet is still one of my favourite fleets. Well, all favourites, most effective. And our troops are now starting on the stalwart. The warden's still a little bit in play, but yeah, it's going to be dead soon. It's effectively combat ineffective. So we're starting on the stalwart, which is a big ship on its own in its own right, but our ships are pretty unharmed. I think Turtle Cruiser took a bit of a beating at the beginning, but I did put him in as the point man. or point ship, whatever we want to call it. He obviously liked the position, although let's have a look. I think he lost his turret, so that makes him combat ineffective. If he's lost his turret, because there's no fire coming from him. Yeah, he's lost his turret. Both of them. Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of him. Okay, we'll spawn him out. We can't for the moment, actually, so we're going to go with what we have. Our cruiser, with its big gun, is doing okay and plenty of missiles. More traditional style of cruiser. Long, thin, rather than using the turtle's wide effect, but it's not working well when he's trying to turn away. Alright, that one's health below, so he's just about dead. So let's have a look at this Stalwart. Stalwart is a sinking. Let's see how many enemy troops we have still to come in, and we've got some big ships to come in as well. So let's see how these progress. I'm just going to let this battle unfurl and bring in some of the battle cruiser when I can. And they've started to bring in their large ships. This Stockade has just spawned in, and all our forces are deciding to have a quick go at him. We've still got the original, still the battlecruiser's still not in at the moment. I'm keeping him in reserve if he's actually needed. We seem to be doing quite well without him so far. And their Halberd has finally spawned in. Some of our forces were a little close at the beginning, which is possibly unfortunate for him, but he's unleashing hell as best he can. I think his rear, yeah, you can see they took out the engine quite happily. Those guns at close range, it's a little he's not matched really for the guns wise, but his main gun's still firing, didn't get his AI, and he's still continuing to blast into him, taking bits out as he can. He will not be denied. He's being supported by the turtle over there by the looks of it, who also got a bit of a pasting. Yeah, he got a bit of a pasting as well. But hey, small ships compared to the large one, and we got missiles coming in plenty of missiles coming in. Halberd can't make his mind up who he wants to fire at. I think he's having another go at this destroyer, unfortunately, or has he reset himself? I can't work out. He's obviously having a bit of a problem working out who to shoot. But that's fine. We know who we're going to shoot because we've only got one enemy, which is handy. These shots seem to be going all over the place. Why is that? Are you shooting yourself? No? No? Okay, the heavy... He's coming in with his big gun and his HE gun and his double guns. Not too bad. Little inaccurate with some of his shots, but... everyone else seems to be firing quite nicely. And that battle has now finished. And our forces performed quite well, all considered. Heavy cruiser did a little bit too, maybe a bit, was okay. He did what was needed. All the others as well did very well at their assigned tasks. So no real complaints at them this time, and they didn't crash into each other, although one destroyer did get a little close to the enemy, but that is what he's designed to do. And after our little pity turtle battle, starting to clear out some of these other areas, and we've got a nice little possibly interesting fight before I do a big fight with the Atlantis. Is we've got the carrier fleet who came back to clear out a section behind us, and there's a nice Alcazar in here. That could be a nice little test battle for them. See how the and an Eyrie. Now the Eyrie is a flying ship as well. It's quite a heavily armed flying ship, so this could be an interesting battle because we haven't seen the Onyx Watch's flying a metal behemoth. So we're going to go down there and have a look at this battle, and we'll see how that how it transpires and how it pans out. Hopefully good for us. So we shall bring in effectively, actually here what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring in the whole friggin' lot. There we go, and I'm hoping we get the points value, because there, we'll see what comes in actually. Oh yes, it's given us everything. That's handy. Everybody's sorting themselves out. Where's the enemy? Where's the enemy? There they are, they're over here. So what's going to come in first? Will it be the Alcazar or the Eyrie? Ooh, they've got the points advantage, but our ships have not spawned out yet, which is good and handy. Looks like these Harriers, we need to make sure they are released. Oh, they have released now, which is good. And we are going in against this Alcazar. So let's have a look at this Alcazar. Hopefully getting blown the crap out by the various ships we've got. Everything from the new adjusted Harriers. Although looking at the Harriers, I'd like to do some more work on them. Maybe try and make their guns fire a little faster when they get in close. I did increase their accuracy, but they are a little slow firing, but I might be limited. I might have to redesign the Sea Harrier. I like the VTOL design. It was a nice little design idea. Oh, we've got a couple of ships are launching some serious amounts of shots. We're also giving him plenty of targets, so although they may concentrate on one of us, he can't get all of us. The vultures are circling around the back, and he's got laser defences, so our laser missiles are our missiles are not that effective, although some of them are coming with some significant grip of missiles. Unfortunately, I think that means he's being very effective at reducing our missiles, although it looks like the Sea Gannet, where is it? They fire so many missiles, it's just overloading the lamps, which is good. So we are getting some damage. How big is this thing again? I can't remember. About 15k blocks? Something like that? 12k. Okay, we've already done 500 damage, which is good. So we're getting damage in there, and now our carrier shouldn't get too close, although it is firing at the carrier. Let's see what damage we've got. Yeah, sea carrier, everyone's taking a little bit of damage, but they're all going to heal each other and help each other out. So that should be alright. Oh, one sea harrier here. You're getting a little close. I'm reckoning you've got damaged maybe a bit too much. Right, what we can do is, if you've been damaged really badly, if we find him, is apply dock. No, can't do that. Does not have to wait, unfortunately. The way the system works at the moment, they're getting applied too quickly. Well, might have to have a look at that. Because that's not good for you. Although you're close in, if you can keep firing, you're going to be doing some damage nice and close. Look at that. enemy just by hitting him close in, just taking little bits out of him constantly. That would be good. Interesting, but good. Not very effective. We're waiting for these big missiles to come in. Some missiles coming in, but I think they would get taken out by yeah. So the vultures aren't as effective here, sheerly because of the LAM system. But we are gradually getting in. Now, one disadvantage of the LAM system, this is quite good fight, this, is it is on the external. So if we can get some missiles hitting in the right areas and we might be able to take them out. I wonder whether this is a good reason to have widespread fragments. Because if your fragments are all just piercing fragments, if they shoot early, they don't get a chance. Oh, there's one LAM taken out. They don't get a chance to take out these LAM systems. Whereas if you've got something which is doing lots of shots, like peppering the whole area, there's a chance it's going to actually hit one of these LAMs just by sheer randomness. We're doing quite well. We're taking out some turrets, which is good. Let's just have a check. What's this block count down to? Oh yeah, we've taken out a good 1,000 blocks. It's a bit slow at the moment. And how's our carrier doing? I'll just go and have a look at the carrier. We'll use the good old zoom. Well, he's firing. One of his turrets seems to have been damaged. Oh no, it's not his turret, that's the missile thing. Oh no, one of his turrets seems to have been damaged a little bit, I think. But it's being repaired. We are continuing to fire, which is okay. We're absorbing the hits at range. That's to be expected. We are the largest ship on the area. Oh, have we got AI dead? We've taken his AI out. Oh, someone got a sniper shot in there. That's a bit of luck. That's a definite piece of luck. Wherever his AI was, it no longer is. So I'm not sure how we did that quite so effectively. It could even have been a swordfish taking him out. Don't know. Oh, looks like there's a big hole here somewhere. So not sure which ship did that, but one of them was very effective. Right, let's see if I can send that Harrier back now. Apply dock. Yes, he will go, because he's effectively no enemies. The ACB for I think Nick was going to make a change, but it's still not made a change so that if it's enemies over a certain amount of distance, it will recall all of the ships. I still have to do it all manually, unfortunately. Which is a little annoying. And then hope it all comes back again properly once the next enemy is released. Okay, but that's them all coming back for repairs on the carrier, which is the idea. So they'll all make their way back and redock and regroup, ready for the next ship. And the enemy has now brought in its next ship, which is the interesting Eyrie. So this is a thruster-based flying ship for the Onyx Watch. Not often seen, doesn't come in all the time. 10K blocks as a flying metal behemoth. So it'll be interesting to see how our ships do against this. Obviously the swordfishes firing torpedoes will have no effect whatsoever. So I might take them out actually, although they have got a couple of good missiles. Okay, looks like he has decoys. Some of the missiles are avoiding the ship, which is a sign of decoys. Luckily though, we have other means and some laser guided missiles. You can see the missiles sort of avoiding the target. That's got to be due to decoys. some of our big torps there. He also has a LAM system, so our LAMs are not going to be that effective, but we have done some damage, which is good. And the missiles are still coming in, and some of the there's some large missiles just come in and done some serious damage. Okay, that's cool. Some missiles, more missiles coming in, so we're overloading his LAMs luckily with missiles. The Sea Harriers are also coming in with some nice cannon shots as well. Obviously they're not big cannon shots, but they are cannon shots nonetheless. Yeah, so I think the next one is going to be a Sea Harrier revamp. Wondering what I can maybe do on them. Possibly either make these cannons a bit more machine gun, slightly higher fire rate, with possibly one more gun, which is just a forward, when they're coming in for this dive, is a big cannon, maybe just forward firing when they're coming in for this dive maneuver. Oh, he's a bit damaged. One of them's a bit damaged, but hey ho. Yeah, so when they're coming in for this dive maneuver, they've got a big cannon with some high. Although no, they've got missiles for that. Maybe the guns need to be just higher, fast firing, short range. We'll have a think about that. So let's just watch how our troops do against this Eyrie. Well, by the looks of it, we have sniped out or EMP'd his AI again. We have taken his AI out by the looks of it, and I don't know where it was, to be frankly honest. He's a bit big to really go and try and find it, but yeah, we've done quite well on that. Taken it out. Possibly it was an EMP shot. Destroyed the AI. I'm guessing that the old faction guys are working with the new EMP missiles. They're going to be reworking a lot of the designs to include some surge protection and other types of items against the EMP, because obviously it's quite powerful. It's not overpowered by any sense of the meaning. Oh, he's going up into the air. It's not overpowered, I don't think, but it's certainly powerful. You know, you still have to hit the target. You still have to. The EMPs only have a certain range. So on a big ship like that Eyrie, I think it would have. You know, you wouldn't have. What's the words I'm looking for here? It still might not have reached the AI core if it wasn't directly in the near the surface. I would guess you're still gonna have them all around. Right, we'll apply dock on everything because it's not going to do it automatically. Just to bring everything back. One swordfish is on. There's no combat mode for some reason there. That's a little interesting. He seems to be fine. That could be just a oh, it might be because they're split the two AIs, that's why. That's fine then. That's fine. Got one, and the same with the sea skewer. I'm guessing the sea skewer he's only, oh no, he's got no apply dock option. He must be a separate ship. That's also fine. And we've got a few damages. We've got one at 11% actually somewhere. I might have to try and find him, but I'll sort them out after. Have we got one more ship to be brought in? And this is their last big ship by the looks of it. It's another Halberd, which is a bit disappointing because he is very good against the flying ships, which is never a good thing as such. But we have lots of ships against them. The swordfishes will do quite well. They will fire out their torpedoes and give a maximum big missile boom. And our ships are quite happily eating into this Halberd now. Shots and missiles coming in from lots of directions. Missiles, torpedoes, you name it, it's going for it. Some of the torpedoes and missiles are a little off aim, but generally there is enough coming in to cause it great pain. We seem to have taken out a lot of his laser defense systems, either with the EMP or just taking out the external sensors, I think. He doesn't seem to be firing some of his laser defenses as much. And with an AI dead on this last Halberd, I think that's the end of their forces. Yep, no more forces to come in once this has despawned. So, carrier fleet did quite well again. A good swarm tactics against the enemy, which is very nice to see. We can bring in some more ships if we need to, but they've done quite well. They're doing quite well against the sizes they've got. I think if they took some more casualties, and we could do better with pulling things in on the apply dock, but that's going to rely on this docking system on the control blocks being reworked so that when there's no enemy it will reapply the dock. But we might add some control blocks now to the ships to say if you take damage, dock. But we'll have a look at that one separately, I think. Okay, so that's that battle. Let's see what is next. And welcome back. And next on our battle list, I think will be this big 368. We've got a furnace area here and 368 forces. And what we're going to do, we'll put the Atlantis in there, but we're going to do some beefing up of the Atlantis, I think, before we put it into battle. So we'll do that next episode. Hopefully this video has been alright. Few possible problems with the audio quality, so hopefully it's a little bit better on this one. I've been working on that on the last few videos or attempts, and hopefully this one's been good enough for broadcast. So next time we will do this 368, see how that goes with the Atlantis. Then I will basically tidy up, I think, some of these other squares off camera, just to get them taken out. I might video some of it if it's anything interesting, but I think I'll work my way through most of these other smaller squares and just come back on this 368. So hopefully you enjoyed it today. Hopefully it's been a good video on the new build and it's suitable. I know there's a slight little bit at the top up here, but this was the windowed mode I'm running in, gave me the least amount of tearing, along with a load of other changes I made, so the graphical quality hopefully is much better I'll try and cut that off, but last time I tried cutting it off, it distorted everything, trying to resample it, so I might just leave that on there. It's so minor, but what the heck, it advertises what the game is. You can see the game is From the Depths. It says it at the top, you know, so no real problems with that. Even if it's annoying to people, don't care. It makes sense. Yeah, I do lots of things that are annoying to people. I talk funny and I do silly things. That's my life, really. Do silly things, annoy people. Sorry. Until next time, keep playing, fight those factions, and have fun.